with the connection, it's going to be too close. Okay, so perfect. So we could see everybody. All right, guys. So for investment opportunities, if you guys, one of the things I want to tell you guys for investments is always like try to build as many like relationships as possible with realtors, with wholesalers, with anybody that you have that you've seen. Like maybe you saw a house down the street where you live and you drove by and the property, the guy puts a for sale by owner. They do that a lot now in Southwest. They do that in Hialeah. They do that in North Miami. So calling those are typical investors that put their signs outside their house. They buy it, they touch it up, and then they put it on the market. So that's also a way to generate investors as well, and even possible investment deals. Another thing is that when you go and you establish that relationship with an investor, you want to always be knowledgeable of what you're communicating to them, because as soon as they think that they're like, oh man, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, and there's no relationship there, they're gonna say, you know what, I'm not even gonna work with this realtor. I'm gonna work, because remember, investors work with a lot of realtors. They need realtors to bring them opportunities. That's why we're all sitting in this training, because we want to learn how to get opportunities. So another thing, when I started, I also did a lot where I went to, they have these trainings, like I want to say with the board of realtors, or like meetings. They have these meetings a lot of the times where I used to attend. Now that kind of like, it's they have the Airbnb ones. So if you see it on the Matrix and you want to attend one, like I'm doing a commercial one now, like I'm going in Coral Gables at the Biltmore, they're gonna have for commercial investors, they're gonna have a big event. I think it's like $50, $60. I'm gonna attend. I already registered and everything, but it's a good thing for you guys to attend. You know, I usually go in a suit. I go over there, and I introduce myself. I usually see people from the same business, maybe even from lifestyle, and work with them. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Get it? Get it? Okay. So I have established relationships like that. Another way I've established relationships is going to the MLS. And the reason I say this is because I've established relationships with realtors from inside the brokerage and from outside the brokerage, but mostly searching on the MLS. So when I go to search, if you come here, typically you don't want to search for conventional. You don't want to search for, you want to search for cash only or all cash. Okay. So I typically, what I'll do is I'll put here, not, and I'll include, let me see, I'll take this off, and I'll take everything off. Okay. And this is my first step in saving. And I always do like a save search. So when you guys save your searches, okay, for yourself, and this is, I save different searches in different areas. I have a search saved for Broward County. I have a search saved for Pembroke Pines, for Hialeah. I have my own search always. And I always kind of like revamp it a little bit, because like I'll have a client call me and be like, hey, look, I'm looking for a shopping center. So now I don't search the MLS, but sometimes I do still have a search set up where a shopping center can come out, like a business opportunity. And when I establish a relationship with the realtor, if they're selling a business opportunity or multiple, I see that realtor has had multiple commercial business opportunities in that same shopping center, I'll call them and be like, hey, is the client interested in selling the shopping center? Which is what I'm looking for right now, a shopping center. So if anybody finds a shopping center, please let me know. Because I have a client of mine with a 1031 exchange that he just released a few assets, like different duplexes and single family homes. And he has about $7 million, and he has about like 4 months to invest the property. And he's looking for either a shopping center or warehouses but the mini warehouses, not the big ones, the ones that he could subdivide, like the ones in Hialeah or like Southwest, so you have like 1,500 square feet, different bays, stuff like that. So if anybody has anything like that on the Zoom as well, send it over and we could possibly work a deal. So here I put not everything else, and then I left only all cash and cash only. Now, if you go to short sales, right, you'll see that there's only 36. When the market was down in 2008, 2009, you would put yes, there was about 300 of these. It was 10 times the amount now. So I'm going to talk to you guys real quick about short sales. Not going to give you too much insight, like too much information on it, because it's a different training, but I'm going to give you steps on how to acquire a short sale and then move forward to possibly make it an investment opportunity. So here we have 36 short sales, right? What I do is I always start from the highest number possible, and I work my way down. So you see, this is active under contract. Active under contract doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to close. So you always want to call that realtor and you always ask that realtor, hey, do you have, I see that you've been under contract for over 80 days. I have a potential client that's interested in this property. Is there any possibility this thing might fall through or the client might back out? If there is, I might send you an email with all my contact information. Please save it and get back to me, if anything changes. And if you do have another short sale that comes to about, consider me and my client, because I have a potential investor that buys these type of properties. So basically a short sale is kind of like a short payoff. So this person here owes more for their property than what it's actually worth. Okay, the condition is in very rough condition. They typically only put one picture. Puedes coger una silla si quieres afuera. So basically, the short sale is the short payoff, and then the bank sends a BPO, an agent like ourselves, but that just does BPOs for the bank. The BPO agent goes to the property, analyzes the property, gives an estimate. Once that estimate is given, then the bank usually could take, some banks take 5% of that opinion, some banks take 10%.
If you're still talking, I think we lost you.
Yeah, I can't hear you no more. Are you there? Are you still here? Hello?
There's no sound.
Yeah, I think we lost him.